Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are live on Facebook and YouTube via StreamYard for our software we're using, as they call it, to get online, our broadcasting software. Here we are, November 4th, 2022. We've got a beautiful day out there today, so it's looking pretty good. And we've got a few people coming in already. Nice, pleasant day, not too humid, not too warm, pretty nice day. So once again, I'll welcome all our neighbors and friends here at Ancient Oaks. I think I'm going to lift the camera up just a tiny bit. Okay. And as we are approaching, getting into the new season, many folks have come back down here and come into Ancient Oaks already this year. See them more and more arriving daily. So we welcome everybody back and hope that everything's going well. And we will, if you have any problems, contact the office with your place. Many things are happening with the Blue Stream here, laying in the cables. What else is going on? We're a little bit behind on the mowing because we had to wait. We don't want to mess up their flags and their markings so that they can hopefully avoid as many cables as possible, but they still manage to hit quite a bit. So remember, if your cable goes out, call us. We will do our best to get them down there very quickly to get you back up and going with your cable. So they have parts here to fix the cable. And remember to call the office. Along with that, with calling the office, of course, we close the office at 4:30. I'm not going to put my phone number on here on the Facebook because it's out in the public and anybody can get it. But contact the office, get my phone number, put it in your directory of your phone and your contact list, so that if there's an emergency off hours, you have my phone number. You can call me or text me for emergencies or things that need to be taken care of quickly here in the park. So remember to get that. Make sure you have the Ancient Oaks phone number and then my phone number and my email. I will put up my email. Get that on here. Let's see. Yep, there it is. So I'll put my email on here. We'll leave that on for quite a while here. But I don't check that email in the evenings or on the weekends. So that is during the week. There's my email, but you can request from there. You can request my phone number, and I can send that to you and take care of it that way. So we got Nancy, Ernie, Sig, Brian, Lisa, and Sharon so far made comments here this morning. Don't forget to like the page, like the broadcast. That helps them to send it out to more people that are associated with the page. And that way more people are at least have a chance of being informed of what's going on in the park. So would appreciate that. This week, we're asking people to pick up we have some paperwork in the office that we'd like for you to pick up. It's the first notice of the election, the annual meeting. It's the notice of this annual meeting where we'll be electing the officers. The ballots will be counted. Is on January 11th, 2023. And so this is the first notice of that legally we have to send it out. And in the 30 to 14 day time period, we're going to hit for the 30 days. So we will be sending them out next week. But in the meantime, to save us some postage, please come pick them up, your copy up at the office. That will save us postage and save on the budget a little bit. So that is also along with the first notice of election. I said we're electing the annual meeting, and then at the annual meeting we'll announce the results of the ballots for the electing the board officers, but you need to turn in your notice of intent to run for the board. That can be requested from us either by text. Well, I guess that'd be kind of hard because I'd have to relay it. So either by email or calling the office, we will then send out that letter of intent, or you can come pick it up at the office that you're intending to run for the board. So reminder on that. Somebody asked me a question the other day, and I kept forgetting to announce it to you folks. If you're down at the marina and you look across the canal there, that our appeasement canal, kind of up on the berm of the Newman Slough, it's not the dike, but I just call it the berm across there from our marina. There's some construction going on, and they came in a couple months ago, probably almost 6 months ago, and it is a company, and they are building a small plant that they're going to, I call it, that they're going to show a proof of concept. They say that they can clean the phosphorus out of the water, and so they're going to build a small plant to show South Florida Water District that they can pull in the water from the canal and reduce the phosphorus and put it back. I don't know if it's phosphorus free, but at least reduce it. And so that is the construction going across from the marina. It's going to be a small plant that is going to process water to remove the phosphorus out of the water that comes from people, everybody that pollutes the water that gets into Lake Okeechobee and creates the algae and anyway, too much nutrients in the water, and they want to remove that. So that's what that construction is. I'll touch back on Blue Stream Fiber. They're making good progress, getting a lot done. Right now, they're just basically laying the conduit into the sections, into the blocks, each block or each section of the park. And they'll be putting the conduit in. They're putting handhold boxes down to run the conduit into. And then once they get all that done, they'll be bringing in a crew that's going to start then actually running the fiber to each and every home. They also have to put out a big box out front that's going to be their switch box, their main box. That's going to be out there along the wall. So that is going on. A lot of digging. So there's a lot of chance that a fair amount of chance that you may get your cable cut. We put the notice on the door of the post office that make sure you call the office number at 863-467-6677. Tell us if you have a break, and we will relay that directly to the Blue Stream crew to get on it and get it repaired for you. Okay, that is on that. Like I said, if it's an emergency, get my phone number. Any emergency, you can call me on that call or text me. Yesterday we had the Jessica from the EMS system here in Okeechobee come out and explain a little bit about the AED that we installed into the clubhouse. There is an AED stands for automatic electronic defibrillator, automatic electronic defibrillator. What that is for somebody is non-responsive and appears to be having a heart attack. You are able to follow the instructions and put the pads on their chest. It's got an electric path across the heart, whichever way you can get the pads on, so it goes across the heart for electrical path, and it will automatically shock them if need be. There's instructions to follow on it, and it's pretty simple, but it's best if you know the instructions ahead of time to help somebody in case of a heart attack. So go over that. We'll have a page on it, paper on it, poster, and hopefully we'll have some videos that we can actually also put on the page that you can watch the video and see somebody doing it. Excuse me. Also, right next to that, we got kind of a first aid cabinet, or a cabinet we put up for first aid. And in it has three what they call de-chokers. And if somebody is choking on food, the universal symbol is this for choking. If you're choking, do this. Don't wave your hands around. Do this. That's the universal symbol for choking. And that way they can pull the de-choker out if they, try the regular methods first, but that may not get it. The de-choker has a face covering, and it's got what you call a tongue depressor, a little bit of a tube. So you place that in, you place it where you depress the tongue. It's very simple to do, but first you tilt their head back so you have their airway cleared, put it over the face, and there's like a plunger, and it kind of works in reverse. And you pull it out, and it has a big suction. And Jessica said that they have responded to events where people were choking and used that, and it did work, and it did save the individual that was choking on something. So we have the defibrillator for heart attacks, and we have the de-choker there. And we're going to be putting in some first aid stuff for like trauma. Once again, if you use anything out of there, let us know so that we can restock it. And it's not, once again, it is park property. It needs to be put back in there. Please, nobody decide to take it home and keep it. All right. I was going to put up a picture of that, but I forgot to take one this morning, so don't have a picture there. Don't forget to like the page. We got almost 20 people on, and I'd like to see 20 likes there so it gets out. My next item, something we've been reminding people again and again, and Chris asked me to do it because we're still doing it. I will add this to the stream, pull up this picture. We have a paper recycling bin. Paper recycling bin. That's all that's supposed to go in it. This is just this morning, only a small, well, you can't, I don't know if you can see my cursor. Probably not. These are labels that I pulled out of the labels that were on cardboard boxes that were in the paper recycling bin. Please, all cardboard goes into the compactor. All right. Chris wanted me to remind that because it takes much labor and much time putting stuff where it belongs. Plus, and of these that were in there, only about half of them were even broken down. So they take up a whole lot of room and make it so you can't put more paper in. So please do not put cardboard into the paper recycling bin. It's sad that we put notes on there. It's got signs that says no cardboard. And it's just like we got people that either choosing not to read or they don't know how to follow instructions. All right. That was on that. Okay. The next thing we have, the SAC committee, they are collecting aluminum jugs, not aluminum jugs, plastic jugs, plastic gallon jugs, milk jugs for luminaries again this year. Here's a trailer that we have set up for it that you can put your plastic gallon jugs, clean plastic gallon jugs for the luminaries that will be put out at Christmas time. So this is where you put them. Do not put recycled plastic in there. This is not recycling. This is for the luminaries only. All right. And that right now it's kind of back in the corner, but it will. Chris is going to move it out today, a little bit more front and center, and or Chris or Francisco with the crew will be down there, and they'll move it where it'll be easier to access and for the people to pull their jugs back out. Once again, make sure they're clean. Make sure the gallon milk jugs. No other plastic in there, please. It just takes a lot of time removing that, and then it gets messy. Okay. Items. Gallon jugs for luminary. Okay. Tammy want me to mention Once again, October 1st was when the maintenance was due. So if you didn't get your maintenance payment in by October 1st, it is now past due and the late fee has been applied. So please, if you didn't make your October payment, come in and get that account caught up so that avoid any more late fees. So it runs to the 15th again. We could assess a second late fee on it because every 30 days it hits being late. I'll have to double check on that, but we don't want people being late, and especially don't get two payments behind. That's not good. Not good. All right, that is mentioned on that. Okay, one other thing. We have a gopher turtle that has taken up residence in the back storage area along the fence line, and we have put notices up. And it's sad that people can't follow the instructions. You're not to feed the wildlife in Florida. Not to feed the wildlife, uh, especially here in the park. Don't be feeding this gopher turtle. I went back there this morning and somebody is throwing carrot bits down into the hole. FWC can fine people a very high amount for feeding wildlife. We do not feed the wildlife. And because it is also against our rules about feeding wildlife, we can the park can fine you for or put you in violation and determine a fine for feeding the wildlife. We will be putting up a sign. There's not a sign there. Well, don't feed the turtle. And if it continues, I will put up a camera and we will catch whoever is feeding this turtle. And like I said, it's a violation and you could be fined. So please do not feed this gopher turtle. If you want to observe the nest, that's fine. Try not to bother it. Gopher turtles are protected in Florida. You can't move them. You can't relocate them. They will make this nest this year and then they'll put it somewhere else next year. So it will go, but do not feed it. I know you think you're doing well, but a lot of times feeding wildlife in Florida, you're actually giving a death sentence because then it has to be removed. It depends on what it is. It could be then euthanized, and you don't want that. So don't feed the turtle, please. Okay. One other item that we'll have to mention. The problem, always remember in using the common areas to have some common courtesy and always clean up after yourself. If you make a mess, do your best to clean it up. If it is something that you're not able to clean up, please call the office so that we can take care of it on a timely basis and get it taken care of. But using the laundry area, the bathrooms, the clubhouse, the kitchen, or the pool area, or the billiards, all the common areas, even our marina, our gazebo down there. Don't leave any trash behind. If something gets messed up, as much as possible, clean it up so that the next person, next group has a nice clean area to come to. We have a fantastic cleaning lady, Graciela, but we don't want to put an extreme amount of work on her cleaning up after messes that people really should have cleaned up after yourself. Graciela is great, but she is not your mama. She shouldn't have to clean up after you. Okay, so appreciate that. A lot of people are coming back. It is November 4th, and we have a lot of people coming in. I know a lot of people told me that when they come in, they're checking their place out and getting it all ready, and then going back for the holidays, and then they'll be back sometime December or January. So that's great. There is a lot of houses that have some minor damage to them, and I know that workers, contractors are hard to find and all that. But please do your part to fix your place back up. It's fine to make temporary repairs, but the temporary repairs need to be turned into permanent repairs and keep the places back up to snuff, back up to looking good, and take care of it that way. Once again, I got to get on, get a contractor in here to get the shuffleboard roof fixed. So I got to get that done too. But if you have major damage, you're going to need to contact your insurance company, and hopefully they can help you out there. Please, if you haven't had your place checked out, if you've been out of state or not even, you can not been here, haven't had your place looked at since the hurricane, please have somebody take a look at your place. You should always have someone that can touch bases to come check on your place, because just the fact that for a long period of time, you don't want it to go on. And I see there's a question here, Lisa, can we get the big bags left in the clubhouse? And so big trash bags. Okay, well, they're available. I'll make sure that they get some down there. And once again, anytime you don't have them, Lisa, don't hesitate to call the office, and we'll make a note to get them down there for you. Okay? All right. Are there any other things? Okay. Like I said, welcome to everybody who's come in. Welcome to people who are on the way. We're doing our best to make this a very fun place to come visit, stay at, invest in, and have a nice place to stay here. And I guess I got a new comment. Okay, there's Lisa. All right. So that is pretty much it. Like I said, save the 1 gallon milk jugs for the luminaries. Got the trailer down there at the trash area to put gallon milk jugs in. Clean gallon milk jugs. Please, no other plastic in there. No clear drinking bottles, no clear juice bottles, no other plastics, no 1 gallon clean milk jugs for the luminaries. Remind you of that. And also no cardboard in the paper recycling bin. Okay. Well, everybody have a great day. We got apparently looks like we have a nice weekend on tap. There is another storm out there. I don't think it's going to be a hurricane. We could have some rain and a little bit of weather that way. But from what I saw last night on the news, it was just a low pressure storm. So we'll be affected with rain and kind of up on the east coast of the United States. So pretty good that way. So live long and prosper, and we'll catch you on the next go round. Take care.